Yeah, Darren had ball in hand because he get the cue ball kicked in the top left. Oh, missed that 2 ball though. Yeah, he has to do a. It's always difficult to start first round, first match, especially TV tables, even for legends like Darren. Failed to hide the cue ball behind the 8. Played a decent containing though, because the 2 ball is not available in any pocket. And yeah, he's thinking about thinning the 2. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's a little gap. He may be able to see an edge, but good improvisation from Darren there.
Yeah, I thought he would thin the 2 and go up tabled, and he would use the 3 and the 5 as blockers, but it's just as good. But still, he can see the edge of the 2. I don't think he can make it though in the top right, but oh yes, oh well, we could. That's a great shot there.
I'm just wondering though, that knock on the 7 may have put the 6 into a spot of bother for him. He's just having a look there. That would be unfortunate. Great shot to pop the 2 and hold for the 3.
Yeah, good shot there. The 5 ball is available on the side pocket. And yeah, I don't think he has the 6 and 7, so he might go into the 6 and 7 right now to open them up a little bit. Yeah, like that. Good shot.
Yeah, very good shot. And that was his one big problem solved. Going to be awkward queuing over the 7 here.
Yeah. He can't do much with the cue ball, just make this the 5 and leave himself a little cut on the 6.
Yeah, but good opening signs here for Blaine. Took his first break of his set of 2 with an early combination on the 10, and looking to capitalize on a mistake from Darren here.
Well, I have to say that, yeah, actually he missed that 2 ball. He had ball in hand on the 1, but still he played a decent safety there and left a small window for a tough long shot. And yeah, Blaine made it. He made a great shot on the 2. So this is really a good start for him.
Ooh. Just rattled it, Ben, and well, that 8-ball's kicked across the short rail. Looked like it may have was going to drop in the corner pocket, but hasn't. It's left Darren a thin cut, but this is certainly a good opportunity for Darren.
Oh yeah, he might be happy to get back at the table on this, because actually, really, Blaine really opened up all the balls and had the opportunity to go up 2-0, which is a big lead. Remember, it's races to 4, so yeah, he's not out yet though. Tough cut on the 9 there, going around the tables 4 rails maybe. Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, needed to recover there. Felt really short on the 9. Maybe came off the top short rail with a little bit of unwanted side. But has brought the score in this opening set back to 1 apiece. And well, Ben will get to see Darren's opening break of his set of 2 now. But both players just starting to get a bit of table time as well. I think early misses are allowed on the TV table for the first of the day, but I don't think both players will want to be making many more of those mistakes, because it looks like both they're able to capitalize on them rather quickly. So these are short races in these sets.
Yeah, and also I don't think Darren is playing as many tournaments in this year. He used to be, of course, a seasoned pro and playing for decades on the tour. Maybe he's playing. He's played less tournaments in 2025, obviously. So it's always tough to get back at the tables in big events like this, TV tables, arena. It's even for him. So, and also for Blaine, of course, because obviously he's a less experienced player of those situations. So
no, and I'm sure he'll be fully aware of Darren's capabilities, even with a little bit more distance from the game at times. Both players had a little bit of time to have a couple of breaks during the warm-up. Didn't really think either had got it tuned as of yet, for obvious reasons. And it doesn't look like it's worked that time for Darren either. So both players just struggling a little bit with the break, something that we have seen on these Predator Arc tables in previous tournaments, Ben. So you do start to watch the players dial it in as play carries on.
yeah, definitely, it's the part of the hand racking, and I think it makes it kind of more random comparing to the Magic Rack, and I kind of like it, I have to say. So
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree. Now, it just looks like Blaine couldn't avoid contact in the 5 there. He hasn't locked himself up behind the 9, but he's left himself a long... Wow.
oh, we went
think
from
it was...
bank there.
Yeah. He did, and nearly made it on the second rail, but I wouldn't have counted anyway. What it has done is it's sat up quite nicely for Darren here, and well, where the 3 is, there's not too many problems for him here. Looks like it is a thin one.
Yeah, the 4 to the 5 is kind of challenging. Now he's on the right side of the 3, so yeah, you just need to drop the 3 and go on the other side of the line of the 4 to go up table to reach the 5. Yeah, like that. I think it's good.
Yeah, brings it behind the 9. And as long as he can avoid contact with the 7 here, may not be able to, but if he can, he should be in natural shape. Well, I say that, Ben, but the 10 is not too far from the 6.
Yeah, the thing is, it was a little bit flat on the 5, and so he had to kind of cheat the pocket here to try to get a decent shot on the 6. But then, yeah, the 10 ball is on the way to go to the 7, so that's tough from there. Yes, he was. It was really tough to, smash that 6 ball in and avoid the 10 to get back up table for the 7. So, but Missed it, but didn't sell out though.
No, we just saw Blaine take on a bank shot. Maybe banks in one pocket, a part of his arsenal. He elected
Good
to go
split
safe
here.
this time.
I don't think he get the cover though, but I mean, still okay. Maybe he left the 6-7 combination, but wow, this is a thin cut and the cue ball's gonna fly all around the table. So yeah, I don't know what he elects to play, because at the same time there is not like an obvious safety. So it's kind of a tough spot. He could split. Yeah, I like that shot. That's a good shot. Yeah, it's really a good shot, because you send the 6 ball into an area where it will be safe, and then you could have a kiss and have the cover behind the 7. So yeah, that's a great call from Darren there.
I think he needed the kiss on that 7 as well, because that cue ball did look like it was tracking towards the corner pocket. So rode it a little bit, has come out rewarded. Now, we're unable to hear what the players are calling at the moment, so I didn't pick up. Oh, thank you very much. Blaine heard me.
Yeah, the thing is, the contact point by going 2 rails was really near the side pocket, and it's always difficult to judge. So he went a little bit too wide, but still, Darren got an edge in this rack with that beautiful safety. So he got a reward.
Yeah, and we were talking about giving opportunities to your opponent. I feel that the safety play is going to need to be a bit better or a bit tighter by both opponents, because, well, it looks like they're very able to not only get out of safeties, but to put and lock their opponent in trouble as well. So I hope it's not going to be a battle of the mistakes, because that's not the ones you want to remember.
Yeah, I think he's okay. And you know, it's always the same thing. It's the first round, first day, so we have new balls, new cloth, and it's really slidey. So it's really tough to control that. It's really tough to hold your nerves also. Darren is smiling a little bit, but because he knows all that, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And as much as you know it, it's difficult to put that into play when the balls do get a bit slidey. Oh, the cue ball just deadened up a bit then, but that's not going to be too much of a problem here for Barcus. Long 10 here to retake the lead.
Played a good shot on the 9 though, because it's never easy on those slidey tables to...
Ooh, slidey tables.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah. But yeah, it's never easy to go 3 rails just like he did, using inside, high inside. But he did it great. Left him a long 10 ball, but made it. So yeah.
Well, and he does now lead 2 racks to 1 in this first set. Race to 4. And just to let our viewers know, we do have 2 stream tables at the moment. On our other table, another matchup. Great matchup between the Chinese Taipei player Sun Yizhuan, and he's taking on another home hopeful and a very well-known American player, Chris Robinson-Reinhold. So we'll try and keep you updated as to scores. If you do want to follow the scores live, please do visit the ProBilliardsSeries.com website, and all the scores for the Jacks Men's Open and the other 2 events going on here as well. All fully there with table numbers, times. You can search by player. So, playing BARCUS.
Good break
To
there,
take
solid
this-
hit, but again, no balls. Apparently a push-out situation here for Darren. The one ball is locked by the 5 in the top right, and also the 4 and the 9, so it's pretty much in jail. And it's not easy to find a good way to push here, definitely.
We've seen other players lock up balls in similar positions, Ben. I'm just wondering if Darren maybe missed a trick there. It will give
Yeah, but the
Blaine...
thing is, considering the situation of the 1 blocked by the 4 and the 9, I think you really want the cue ball to be on the right side of the table, just like Darren did. But I think he didn't leave the full. I think he only sees the right edge of the 1, and so it's really difficult to cut the 1 and go around the 5 to go up table, for example, to use the 10 and the 8 with inside. I think it's very difficult to do so, and maybe that's why Blaine gave it back. But I think he called the cross corner where the 3 is actually making the pocket bigger. So yeah. Oh, okay, he had that. So that's great. He played the 4 rails, but that was really a tough shot. It was a tricky push out.
Yeah, it was. Did well. Has left a good look for Blaine on the 1 here. He will be looking to put Darren in trouble again. I'm just wondering how much that cue ball's run on. Not a bad effort looking to bring the 8 into play. But if Darren can see an edge of this one, this will make things a lot easier for him.
Yeah, the thing is, where the 2 ball is positioned, you don't want to hit the 1 ball too thick. You really want to cut it like, yeah, good shot. Of course, didn't get the cover, but at least he got the split. So now he can consider banking the 2 in the top right, but the thing is, you're not gonna have position on the 2 ball. But
it's not a bad. I do like that call though, Ben. It was a big pocket up there with where the 3 was.
yeah, but you couldn't really control the cue ball to stay on the 2. So I think that's why he elected to play the split safety here. Yeah, that's not easy situation. If he doesn't see the right side of the ball, the low side of the 1. Oh yes, he did. So that's great for him, because now he can easily get the cover.
Yeah, there is a gap for Blaine to get his jump stick out. Not too tricky a jump shot, Ben, but
Actually, he could play a kind of 2-way shot here. He could try to bank the 1 in the bottom right, and in case he makes it, the cue ball is going to travel, and he would have the 2 on the bottom left. But I think he didn't choose my shot. Good shot.
oh yeah, very good.
Yeah, but that was really tricky because he had to send the 1 ball in between the 9 and the rail, which was really not easy. But definitely a great shot there.
Darren's just looking to see if that 2 is blocking his one rail escape from the left long rail.
Yeah, the two rails is a good shot there, but
Oh, he's
get
got
away
away
with
with
it.
that. Yeah. Yeah, the cue ball just seemed to slow down off the last rail. And it's
Yeah,
chipped
because he
behind
hit it high and hit the one ball pretty thick, so that's why the cue ball didn't travel that much. Again, here the side pocket is going to come into play for the two rails, but he's going one rail here. Ooh.
Both players just exchanging a couple of escapes into safeties.
Yeah, that's part of the game. I like the speed he used there, because any side of the one ball he would have hit, the speed was good to get a good separation between the balls, distance. That's obviously one of the only things you can do on this type of situations. So it was a good shot, good choice from Darren there. Good shot.
Yeah. In case the scores aren't coming through to our viewers at home, we're in the first set. Blaine Barcus leads 2 racks to 1. I'm just wondering if he called a 10 there. I wouldn't imagine so. Yeah, that falls in a bit of a tricky spot, Ben. The 9 and the 5 covering it.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that much of the 3 ball. Oh, he could go into it, so that's great. He could hit the 3 ball thick, but I think he got away with it. If the 4 ball passes the 7 in the bottom right, then he could make the 4 and stay behind the 9 in case the 4 doesn't go. Oh, which is the other way around. Okay. He go all in. Yeah, the pocket was bigger on this side, but the blind pocket was tougher. So I think I would have played it in the bottom right if it passed the 7 ball.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. He did hold for the 5, but the 4 also was held down by the corner pocket. Where's that cue ball? Oh, I thought it was tracking into the center pocket. It looked like Darren felt that as well. As it is, it's just bounced off the knuckle with enough of a distance for good cueing on the 5.
Good shot there.
Yeah, just avoided finishing straight on it. Had a similar position in a previous rack where he had to cheat the pocket. Doesn't look like he needs to do that here. Push it around maybe 2 rails.
Tough shot there. It's pretty tough to come from the inside, just like he did, crossing the line of the 7 ball, but he's okay.
Yeah, both players looking like they're getting a bit more comfortable on these Predator out tables. An important rack for Darren here, bringing the score back to level, is ideally what he wants here.
Could gently stand this. Yeah, like that, with a touch of left. Slides a lot though, but still okay.
Yes. Nicely done, and that brings the score back to 2 apiece. Just looking out over the other tables, we've got some great matches underway. As you mentioned, there was a previous pre-round to get into the winners round 1. There were a matchup of 5 matches, and they're still taking place at the same time. Names such as Mike DeLorda in there. I'm sure a few American fans will recognize that name. And then, well, as you look a bit further down, Ben, it just gets better and better and better. Konrad Jashishin is playing from Poland, will be a tough competitor. Marco Teutsch has made it over from the Netherlands. And a good international lineup, topped off with Alex Montpellier from France. I'm sure you will know him well, a good friend of us all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, actually, he's playing the doubles with Marion Jude. I don't know if you heard anything about her, but she's a world champion of English pool.
Wow.
And yeah, she turned to the American pool and the A ball recently, really recently, a few months ago. But she's doing well, and obviously, when you're a world champion in any cue sport, you have the experience of the competition and stuff. So she's growing, and I can't wait to see those two play together.
What a great experience as well. I mean, you can look out into the background here at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in the Jacksonville, Florida. It is an amazing venue, lots of action going on. And well, a dry break from Darren has given Blaine a good look here, but I'm just thinking he's just fallen short on the 2. Yeah, he looked to go cushion first there, Ben. Needed a thin cut on it. Just missed the 2, which will be ball in hand to Darren. As I mentioned, the score now 2-2 in this first set. This could turn into be quite an important rack. Looks a little bit messy in the middle there, but the 3 may pass the 8, or may not. We'll find out now, Ben.
Darren though to go from the 2 to the 3 here, because I don't think the 3 passes the 8 in the bottom left, so he might have go. Oh yeah, maybe it does, I don't know, it's tough to say from there, but for sure it's available on the right side pocket, but
he may be forced into that. I think the nudge on the 5 helped. It did slow the cue ball down a bit, but he wanted to avoid the 5 by all intensive purposes. Hasn't, so has left himself a thinner cut on this 3. Maybe wants to play safe. Yeah. And it looks like he's got full cover on the 3. Yeah, good patience from Darren there. Could have gone on the attack. Maybe didn't feel a good chance of getting position on the 4, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. And he had also an easy safety and a tough hit for his opponent. So that's why I think it's a good choice when you have such an easy safety that really lock your opponent, only allowing him to play a long 1-rail or 2-rail kick, difficult, then the safe is a good option.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to the short set format. It in the longer races, sometimes players can go for a few more less percentage shots, but they have to keep it really tight in these quick sets. So we do get to see a little bit more safety play than we perhaps are entertained at other 10-ball events with different format. This is what makes it so exciting.
Yeah, you're right, but at the same time, we have that format, but you also have the winner breaks format, which also could lead the players to go offensive at times, or to get back in the match, or to try to run like a couple, 2-3 racks to win the set. So yeah, it's kind of both way. It could be more defensive, especially because of the shot clock, the 30-second shot clock. But also, it could go offensive to keep the momentum and try to run the set. So that's definitely a great format, I believe.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Ben. And there is a psychological aspect to the game as well. And the difference between attacking, or sometimes even the best defense can be offense. It's great.
Yeah.
You do get some exciting positions in the match.
We came up a little bit short on that 7 ball. It's gonna be tough to get that 7 where the 8 ball is. I think he has full pocket though, but still.
Yeah, needs to, well, should come past the 10. I say
Great.
should. Stayed underneath, even better.
Get a little bit flat on that 9 though. A little bit straight. It's never easy on that slidey tables to go follow with inside. Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, just avoided the knuckle. Yeah, very good. And gets onto the hill in this opening set. Leads by 3 racks to 2, and will have the break, Ben. So, well, driver's seat in this opening set for Blaine. Both players making a couple of mistakes, but more importantly, both players playing some great safety play and even better escapes. So, looking like a close game. Scorelines reflecting that. Great stuff for us.
And yeah, we're gonna start that round by saying thank you to our sponsors. Box Billiards, Little Monster, Yalin, Kamui, the Predator Group, also Poisoned, and the Predator Group, of course, with those beautiful Apex 9-foot tables, the Predator Arcos 2 balls, the AeroRack. We also have the bridges and the Predator Arena Light, which you can see in the background over there. The best light in the business, I believe.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ben. And without them, we wouldn't be able to put on this 5-day event, starting today with the Jacks Men's Open, but tomorrow we have the Jacks Mixed Doubles Open kicking off. Also 10-ball event, and that will be exciting to watch how they, the different players are teamed up. And then following that, the next day, we then kick off with our 2025 Kamui WPA Women's 9-Ball World Championships. And there is a hell of a lineup for that one, 64 players. So we are going to be enthralled and entertained for the next 5 days as we get back to our American, breaking for the first set.
Made the 1 ball on the side, which is obviously the purpose of that side rail break. So that's a good result. But no shot on the 2.
No, the thinnest of edges, Ben.
Yeah, and also the position of the 10 ball doesn't allow him thin that 2 and go up table. So yeah, he's gonna push. So this is the kind of situation where he could have tied up, for example, 2 balls. That could have been an option also, but instead of that, he left kind of a shot to Darren. I don't think Darren is gonna go for it, because you kind of lose the cue ball here if you cut the 2.
Yeah, is there a way that he can hit the 2 and the 1 contacts the 10 thick enough that the one ball can the cue ball can stay roughly where the 10 is now? It's awkward cueing up against that long rail.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, that's the shot you mentioned, and this is a good shot. He had good chances to get the cover behind the 9, so this is a good response from Darren here.
It's also one of the only times I've got a call correct, Ben. Thank you for pointing that out. Awesome.
Yeah, and this is a tough spot for Blaine here, because actually he could jump the 2 and yeah, he could have jumped the 2 and sent the cue ball towards the 4 to try to create distance and leave the cue ball behind the 5 and 7. Could have been an option, because the key was tough.
Well, it's ball in hand. Greg Kudis, our referee from New Zealand, just gives the cue ball a little wipe down. And well, if Darren wants to get this set back to evens and also on the hill with his opponent, he needs to make a move here. This is the opportunity he will have wanted.
Yeah, that's a very interesting move from Darren, having ball in hand on the 2, and he really chose the right angle to try to get some kind of flat on the 3 ball to draw back directly, but he didn't. So now he has to follow 1 rail with no English, straight back. Yeah, like that. This is okay.
Glances by the 8 very nicely. Could have got into trouble if he'd have run into it.
As we've already mentioned, it's really difficult to get used to those conditions, because it's really new balls, new cloth, and the curves and the slides are really tough to control at first glance. But yeah, that's part of the skills you need to have to master this game. Play on the different kind of conditions, and yeah, the 8 ball is kind of low here, and so he really needs to be perfect if he wants to play it on the side. So yeah, stand with a touch of left is going to do the job. So yeah, that's good shot there.
Yeah, that was a difficult one, and Darren just keeping it nice and concise, not moving the cue ball too much. Certainly a way he likes to play. And well, Ben, it looks like he's not going to let BARCUS run away with this first set. Darren Appleton brings the scoreline back to 3-3 Hill in this opening set, and well, keeping us on the edge of our seats. He will get the break as well. So maybe not all going either player's way. Both players having to dig a bit deeper than perhaps they had hoped of. And we have ourselves Hill opening set.
Yeah, definitely a great of the game. 2-time world champion. I believe it was in 9 ball and 10 ball. He also won the US Open. And I think the same year he won the first Hayball World
Yeah,
Championship.
yeah.
So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is pretty crazy.
I don't remember him standing on the Hayball table, but I remember him standing on a few other tables.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh,
Oh wow, the
ooh.
10 ball traveled dangerously here again, but no balls. So this is the type of situation we mentioned at the beginning of the set, where he could easily drop the 10 for a push out, but still he has to find something, a good place to leave the cue ball. So yeah, this is not easy because the one ball is really near a pocket, so he's definitely going to leave a kick. But I think he should have gone a little bit higher, because now the 8 ball is a big ball. I'm not sure he can go above the 8, in between the 8 and 5 on the line for the one rail kick, but I'm sure Darren is going to give it back for sure. You know, I don't see him taking the kick.
No. It looks like you're going to need to try and check the cue ball up a little bit off that long rail.
Yeah, this is a tough push out. I mean, the situation is tough, and the situation was tough, and it's still tough. But obviously he's going to make contact on the one, because the one ball is a big ball here. But yeah, I would definitely try to make it using stun. Yeah. And remember, of course, we are playing 10 balls, so it's called shots. So he called it in the top left and made it in the top right. So Darren is back at the table.
Well, I'm not too sure how thin that one ball is. Sorry, that's not the one, that's the 9.
No,
but
yeah,
but he can play the 2 off of it, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's close. I think maybe the 9 is a little bit too high, but I'm not sure. It's tough to say from there, but definitely the shot is on. The thing is, yeah, the thing is he has to play it hard to come back from the 3, which was on the same side, so that was tough.
Yeah, I think the blue 2 has come across far enough that he can take this on with angle to get shape on the red 3. Needs to make the 2 first though, Ben.
Yeah. And here you can see the 8 and 10 are big balls, because obviously they are blocking the path of the cue ball to go from the 2 to the 3. And the ideal position is to go back exactly where he is now, but he's jumping, so he doesn't even see the 2 ball. So from there it was tough to judge, but oh no, okay. Yeah, he's going rail first. Okay. Oh, I think it went too far.
Yeah. Yeah, Blaine didn't turn around for his jump stick, so that would indicate he's got line of sight. Still needs to be careful to get shape on this 3. This is not a given. Yeah, best he could have hoped for from there. And well, if he can get shape on the 4 after success on this 3, he could be in very good position here to take the first set.
Yeah, that's the key shot, definitely. Tough shot there. Hit it? Oh, made the 4 on the side. But still, cold shot, so missed that 3 ball. Left it hanging, so yeah. But Darren, Has also a tough shot there because it's never easy to judge the speed when you have a ball hanging like this, and especially with the 5 ball here. The 5 ball is quite high on the rail, so he really needs to maneuver the cue ball. Yeah, he's gonna play in the bottom right. Yeah, that's a good shot. It's really controlled. Simple rail first, great. But it doesn't have a good angle. He would have liked to be straighter on that 5 ball to just follow it. So now he has to go to the rail. But still, I think with a high ball and no English, he should be able to slide on the long rail and reach 6. Yeah, like that. Good shot there. Great shot from Darren there. Using a little bit of inside.
Yeah, that 8 and 10 were looking rather large and threatening to get in the way. With that extra bit of side, he was able to avoid it. Needs to be a bit careful on the angle he's got for the 7 here. Looks like it's just a bit higher than the center pocket.
Yeah, I think he's going to use inside here to go 2 rails. Yeah, like that, it's okay. Oh, no. Tough shot there. Really tough shot, yeah.
Yeah, that time it didn't seem to hold the side. So it's just stayed a bit close to the long rail. That makes this cueing a little bit more difficult. However, he doesn't need to do much more than just drop it in. The cue ball should track through nicely for shape on the 9. And a stop shot on the 9 in the top left. Maybe all he needs.
Yeah, but you know, at that point, on the hill in the first set, everything gets tough under pressure. But yeah, good shot, smooth.
Made that look easy. There was always the threat of in-off, the cue ball scratching there. Well, Ben, that last rack looked like it could have gone either way. As it has, Darren Appleton has just stolen it at the end and wins the first set 4 racks to 3. Looks like Darren's just going to take a quick comfort break. I would suggest that Ben and I will refresh our refreshments, and we'll be straight back to you after this small break. a warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jacks Men's Open here at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Jacksonville, Florida. You join us for the start of the second set. Matchup between Darren Appleton, two-time world champion of the UK, against the home hopeful Blaine BARCUS. Darren Appleton took the opening set 4-3, and we'll get to break for the second set. My name is Gethin Davis, and joining me back for the second set, Benjamin Benalhassan. Welcome back, Ben.
Hey, Gethin. Thanks for the introductions. Yes, we are back here, and Darren just stole the first set on the hill. He was trading, I think it was trading 3-2, and he won that first set 4-3, which is big in this type of format. But yeah, he's definitely had a good edge on the last rack, and playing a couple of good shots, not easy ones. So took off that one and broke dry on the first game. So his opponent has the opportunity here to take the lead.
Yeah, so far only Blaine's really has found the one ball off one of his breaks. Both players not really making balls off their breaks yet, Ben, but neither really giving away too much to their opponent. And it looks like Blaine's got himself in trouble on the two.
Very good shot there. This is the side of the cue ball you want it to hit, to definitely try to split the balls, and that's why you use that soft speed for the kick, and he really executed perfectly. Still, Darren has the two-rail escape here, and if he could hit the high side of the two, then make it, then he would have had shape on the three. So yeah, that's a good kick here for him. Really want
that's not a bad
visualize the angles.
It's not a bad shout. Even if he fails to make the two, there should be natural distance between the balls afterwards. So I like that. Two cushion escape could be what we see Darren take on here.
Yeah, you really want to clip the two. Good shot there. This is really good shot.
Oh, yeah. Well, it needed taking on.
Yeah, I actually liked the way he played it. Actually, he just punched it a little bit instead of rolling it, and I really like the way he played that two-rail escape.
He's had a couple of looks over at this 5-ball here. It lends itself for a very nice safety.
Ooh.
Again.
Yeah, that's the slidey tables. It's really tough to judge the shots, like also the curve of the draw after the impact. So yeah. On the first rounds like this, when it's really brand new, it's really tough. A good shot there from Darren.
Yeah, looks like he's got the cue ball tight to the 7 there. And, well, the 5 clearly was in a difficult spot. This is exactly what Darren played for and got the result he wanted. I think he was just hoping to catch the bottom edge of that 5, Ben. Hasn't.
Yeah, and I think he put some inside in it, but obviously on the slidey rails like that, it didn't grab enough to get to the 5, and we can see that Darren had a good start on that second set. He's warming up, had a kind of a shaky start at the beginning of the match, but looks like now he's settled. So
yeah, not good for your opponent when Darren Appleton starts to get into stroke. However, not really too much to complain about from Blaine either. Had a great opportunity to take the opening set and had, you know, a couple of attempts at it. And as I say that, Darren has just screwed and glanced off the 9 before hitting the long rail. It's taken the spin out of the ball, or rather the pace. And yeah, well, didn't like what he was left. Played a slightly erratic shot, you would feel, on the 7. Made it contact, but the cue ball has come off the rail, hit the 10 and scratched, which will give ball in hand back to Blaine. Good chance to take this opening rack in the second set.
Yeah, and this is the type of situation where you really want to draw back to the rail. Oh, I wouldn't have done this. I would have drawn back to the rail on the other side of the 8 to slide on the other side of the 9, because now he's forced to play a kind of stun to the long rail and stay underneath the 10 to play the 9. Oh, he even's gonna go 2 rails here. Oh yeah, this is tough. I kind of feel that it's really difficult to judge the speed coming from this side, but personal opinion. I'm here with you, getting in the booth, so it's much easier than being in the arena battling. I know that, so yeah. You got away with it, that's great.
Yeah, and just a unforced error really from Darren there has turned this opening rack in the second set over to Blaine of the USA, who's takes the opener, leads by 1 rack to 0, but does trail 1 set to 0 in the race, or rather best of 3. Winner breaks. Blaine starts getting his break working. He has made the one on the cut break already. Didn't really get any rewards from it though, but if he can start getting a bit of consistency on the break, that could make Darren's day at the office that bit tougher. You can see a lot of action going on in the background here at the Hyatt Regency Hotel on a beautiful location at the Riverside in Jacksonville, Florida, only 20 minutes from the Jacksonville beaches.
Yeah,
this is where all the action.
As you all know, Jacksonville has been the hometown of Predator for decades, so this is kind of great to have such an event for the final stop of the year in Jacksonville, Florida.
Now, we've seen it happen once or twice already. The 10 ball just deciding to get close to the corner pocket. There are no object balls close to it this time.
Yeah, unless he could play the 3-10 combination if he gets the right line from that 2 ball from the cushion. Yeah, exactly there. So yeah, that could be an option for Darren to tie up the set at what game apiece. But you really need to be perfect on that 3. Yeah, like that it is. So no doubt he's gonna cut that 10, but still the 10 is not hanging. It's quite on the long rail, so you really want to cut it. Oh,
a little scratch on the nose with the red glove, but it dropped, and that does bring the score back to 1 apiece with an early combination on the 10. It's the second early combination we've seen. The first one was in our opening rack with the American lad. Played a 2-10 combination, and before we just even got off, we were already 1-0 in scoreline. So It is a good change in the WPA rules. It does make an extra dimension for the players to consider, as we saw following the break in the rack previous. Darren elected to pot the 10 with his opening push shot to avoid that from happening. Or was it playing? I can't remember. You have to excuse me. But Darren Appleton to break. 1 apiece in the second set, leads 1-0 in the best of 3.
Made the 2. I don't think he got the shot on the 1, but still, I don't even think he has the carom on the 5. Maybe if he could like slice the 1 and make the 5, and then he would have the 1 ball on the other side, like in the top right. Yeah, that could be great. Yeah, like that. But still, the 1 ball has to stop there. That's great. I don't know if he has the right angle to go up table though. He has to maybe force something to create an angle with high right. Yeah, that's okay. It's good.
Yeah, that was a very creative opening shot, playing the carom onto the 5. Always a bit of a danger there, especially if you hit the 5 thick. The cue ball can track it in for the scratch, but Darren's played another great shot following that and has opened up this third rack.
It's been a long time I haven't seen him play, and it looks like he slowed down a little bit his pace comparing to 10 years ago.
I can safely say the same for me, Ben.
I don't know how much this is from the health problems he had. Try to like calm down, because obviously he has heart problems, and he's definitely taking care of his health, I believe.
Yeah, indeed. And, well, like I said, it's great to see him back. And more importantly, potting balls. But he just played that 6 a bit thick. And these corner pockets aren't very forgiving. And that's given BARCUS here a good opportunity. He's left this 7 a little bit thinner than he would have liked, though, I feel.
Yeah. And also awkward queuing, so tricky situation there. Good shot.
Played that very well.
Yeah, he's perfect on this, on the 8. Shouldn't be a problem to close this out.
Ooh, do you think he rushed that a little bit, Ben?
Yeah, and also he had a lot of angle on more than he thought. Maybe he had a lot of angle on that 8, and he didn't want to just stun it and pocket the 9 on the bottom right. So I think he got in the trap by try to draw it and still play the 9 on the side. So he hit it too thick. Yeah, that happens. Maybe the mistake of the shot selection. He didn't quite decide what to do before he went down on the shot. That happens a lot.
He's not left with many options here. It looks like he's going to go for the thin cut on the 8, and with the hope that he brings the cue ball behind the 9.
Yeah, that's a great shot. But I think it's really tough not to leave something to your opponent there, because even if he played it, I mean, amazing, I think he still has the cut on the 8. So that was a tough choice from Darren there. Oh, what a great shot that was. Just with inside English. Oh, wow.
That's so unfortunate. Yeah, he played a similar shot to that earlier where it was a long full table shot and he drags the cue ball wonderfully with the side on, judging the throw. But this time the cue ball just misbehaved and came into the corner pocket, and clearly not the right time to scratch. Gives Darren Appleton a very easy out to take the lead 2-1 in the second set. So yeah, but it was just a bit tricky where that 8 was down there, and well, I felt that both players were brave taking it on and were always threatening leaving it on. But I wouldn't have foreseen the scratch, to be fair.
Yeah, because I think, I don't even know if he saw the 9 ball, so the 8 ball, excuse me. So maybe he swerved it a little bit, and that's why when he cut it in on the top right, then with the inside English, the path of the cue ball straight into the corner pocket to the bottom left. So yeah, that's pretty unexpected, and it was tough, and it was really a touchy shot, which he executed well, but you can't expect that from happening.
No, not at all. Well, again, like in the first set, a close fought affair. No player really running away with it. Darren Appleton gets to break in the second set, leading by 2 racks to 1. Oh, and scratches Ben. Not the time to do that.
Yeah, he broke off a little bit off on the left side of the 1 ball, and this is tough to control, especially breaking from the side. Yeah, with the hand racking, players elect to break from the side rail, but maybe as we advance in the tournament, we will see pros try to play from the center with the bridge end, and try to smash them hard, maybe, if they don't have results from the side rail. So this is interesting to see how pros think and try their best to make the most out of the break, because it's obviously really important in the game of 10 ball to make balls on the break.
Yeah, and it can really make a difference to the scoreline when one of the 2 players starts to dial their break in before their opponent. But it is 10 ball and core pocket, and I can just make for a couple more opportunities for the momentum to swing. This looks like a very thin edge for Blaine here. I don't know if it's the potting edge. Ooh.
Oh, he didn't even see it. That was close.
That was. He's got away with that very nicely, though.
Yeah, this is tough for Darren there.
Yeah, he gave a little smirk of the face. Knew where that 4 ball was.
Yeah.
Was going to make that a bit trickier.
Yeah, because I don't think also the 3 rails passes because of the 7 ball. You know, maybe he can stiff it a little bit if he hits in between the side pocket and the 7 ball with stun to go 3 rails. I don't know. Otherwise, you always have the 1 rail option, but still, the thing is, if you go 1 rail, then you don't want to hit the low side of the 3, or you're going to scratch. And I think he called the 10 there, the combination. Yeah, and he really tried to hit the high side of the 3, which is really not easy. So that was
No,
tough. It was really in a
the
tough
six-
spot.
The 6 looked like it was going to cause Blaine a bit of a problem. It may still be causing him a problem. He just sticks his fist into his hip there, not looking too impressed. But if that 6 had tracked over a little bit more, that could have made all sorts of trouble for Blaine, or at least he wouldn't have had a good clean pot on this 3. However, he does.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of the 6 as well with screwback, makes that shot difficult to judge. Thin cut in the centre.
You could have also played safe out of the 3 and stay behind the 6, sending the 3 ball up table. That was an option also. But he's called the bank. Oh no, he's cutting it. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, wasn't much of a gap to cut that down into the bottom right. Didn't make it. It's given Darren a little look at this 4. If it's straight, it's going to make the shot very difficult, but if he does have an angle, he might be able to... It was straighter than he'd have liked, so he's had to take this position, and this isn't an easy one, Ben.
Yeah, but that's sometimes the game is like this. You have to take you have to pocket the ball and take the cut on the next one, and obviously Darren knows it. Oh, he didn't even take the cut. Oh, it's because the safety shot was kind of automatic that he elects to play this, and he played it beautifully.
Cool.
He exposed himself nevertheless. Yeah, at the 5-10 combination, but still a low percentage shot.
Yeah, and where the 6 is, if he doesn't hit this 5 full, he's in danger of contacting the 6 first. And then it will be down to how he leaves Darren with the ball in hand. So wants to make sure of contacting this 5. And doesn't. It stays high.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, you really want to hit the ball. And even if you don't hit the 5, you really want to hit the 6 to try to move the balls, because then with ball in hand he has the 5-10 combination for a win. So you definitely want to hit that 5.
Well, that's the 3rd early 10 we've seen in this match, and a great time for Darren Appleton of the UK to do it. He now leads in the 2nd set. 3 racks to 1. More importantly, he finds himself on the hill and with the break. So a big mountain for Blaine Barcus to climb. I'm sure he's been in these positions before and has climbed out successfully. However, he will need to look for either a mistake from Darren's break or an opportunity in this 5th rack. Darren looked rather comfortable in his chair there. I didn't think he was getting out for this break.
Yeah.
So, on the hill, leading 3 racks to 1, 1 set to 0. Could take the match at this opportunity.
Good square hit though, and no balls on the break, but opportunity for Blaine. Long shot on the 1.
Yeah, he's just checked on that 7 as well. I think the 7 passes the 9. Certainly looks like it from here. And if so, this could turn into a very nice opportunity for the young American.
Good shot there.
Yeah. Didn't need to do anything with the cue ball. A long 4 up into the top right, and the cue ball will track nicely across the center of the table for the 5. This is what he needs to do, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. He really played some great shots there to get on a 5. Played a good left-handed shot right there, really smooth.
Yeah, he had to do this and capitalize off a mistake from Darren. A dry break was that mistake. And 4 balls left. Good position now on the 8. Oh, Ben. That 7 ball just caught the near jaw. And well, these Predator arc tables are not so forgiving. It's hung out to dry there.
Yeah, the thing is, he had to draw straight back from the 7 to the 8, and that wasn't easy. He had to actually stun draw a little bit. So yeah, cut it a little bit too thick on the long rail, but Darren is not out yet. He really has to create the right angle on the 9 to go down on the 10. So yeah, nice touch there. He's definitely on the right side. This is really great. He's gonna close this one, I believe.
He is, Ben, and this will be the start he was looking for. Clearly not the start Blaine Barcus was looking for. Did look like he was going to take the first set, but didn't. And as it's transpired, Darren Appleton has taken both sets. The second one by a convincing 4 racks to 1. Over on our other TV table, play is still underway. And Sun Yi